Have you ever stopped to think that there are secrets kept for centuries, hidden right before our eyes, that could completely transform the way we live? Most people have never heard of them, but those who have had access to this knowledge assure us that nothing in their lives has remained the same. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Get ready, because what you're about to hear may awaken deep questions and, at the same time, answers that have always been within you but never had the space to surface. This isn't just another ordinary piece of content. It's an invitation to delve into mysteries that have spanned generations, into teachings that have survived the test of time and that now reach you in a clear, simple, and transformative way. But be careful. What will be revealed here may shake up everything you believe to be the only truth, so stay until the end. Only then will you have all the pieces of this puzzle in your hands. Have you ever noticed how, in our daily lives, we're taught to believe only what the eyes can see? However, life goes far beyond the visible. There are invisible, subtle forces that shape our health, our energy, our relationships, and even the course of our history. The ancients knew this, and so they paid attention to the signs of nature, the cycle of the moon, the movement of the stars, and above all, the silent messages of their own bodies. They understood that human beings are not separate from the universe, but part of it. And this wisdom, which seemed lost, is now beginning to be recovered. Have you ever felt tired for no reason? Ever felt like something inside you was crying out for attention, but you couldn't quite pinpoint what? These aren't coincidences. They're messages. Messages most people ignore, but you don't have to be like most people. The body speaks, the mind signals, and even the energy that surrounds us tries, in some way, to alert us. But in the midst of all the hustle and bustle, almost no one listens. This is where awakening comes in. When you learn to recognize hidden signs, everything changes. Your vitality is renewed, your clarity increases, and even your spiritual journey is strengthened. Ancient civilizations across continents already knew that the human body is like a temple that needs to be cared for with simple yet profound rituals. In Asia, monks dedicated part of their day to breathing practices that kept not only the mind calm, but also the body balanced. In South America, traditional peoples used natural foods to ensure energy, strength, and longevity. They had no access to anything industrialized, but they lived with vitality far beyond what one might imagine. And do you know what the secret is? They didn't ignore the signals their bodies gave them. They knew how to listen, observe, and feel. Today, we live surrounded by information, but increasingly deaf to what our own bodies are trying to tell us. And this is where true awakening begins. Relearning to listen to your body. There are subtle signs that appear in everyday life and are often dismissed as mere annoyances. But the truth is, these signals are important messages. When you feel your energy draining quickly, it's not just fatigue, it's a warning. When your mind feels heavy and sluggish, it's not just a lack of focus, it's another warning. When your skin, eyes, or even your sleep pattern changes, this also has a profound meaning. And most people don't realize it. They rush, get distracted, push things along, but the body continues to scream silently. The curious thing is that the ancients valued each of these signs. For them, there was no such thing as coincidence. Everything had a cause and, most importantly, a path to healing. Few know, but there is a hidden time within each of us. I'm not talking about hours or minutes. I'm talking about an invisible rhythm, like an internal clock that governs every aspect of life. This rhythm, known today as the biological cycle, was observed by ancient civilizations long before any technology. They knew there were ideal times to eat, rest, work, and even to quiet the mind. Those who live in tune with this internal rhythm feel more energy, clarity, and balance. Those who ignore it live in constant conflict with their own body. Now think, how many times have you forced yourself to sleep too late, eat in a rush, or work too much? All of this goes against your own rhythm. And when this happens, the body responds. If you've made it this far, you've already realized that none of this is coincidence. You're hearing this message because, somehow, your life is crying out for change. And this change doesn't begin outside, but within. All it takes is a decision. The decision to pay attention to the signs. to respect your own time, to reconnect with the simplicity that generates balance and vitality. Every choice you make builds tomorrow. And choosing to ignore it is the same as leaving your future to chance. Imagine a woman who spent years believing that being tired was normal. She worked, took care of the house, slept little, and believed her lack of energy was part of aging. One day, she decided to change. She began listening to her body, respecting her limits, and reorganizing her routine according to her internal clock. Within a few weeks, her energy increased, her sleep improved, and even her joy in life returned. All because she decided to pay attention to what she previously ignored. This example shows that transformation doesn't depend on miracles, but on awareness. Beyond the body and mind, there's something even more subtle: our connection with the environment around us. Have you ever noticed how certain places drain your energy, while others instantly renew it? This isn't an illusion. It's proof that we are in constant exchange with our surroundings. The quality of the air, the sounds, the colors, even the people around us, all directly influence how we feel. That's why ancient peoples so valued rituals in nature. They knew that it was there, in contact with the essential, that true strength was restored. You can apply this today too. You don't have to live in isolation, but you can choose moments of silence, of contact with the earth, of connection with what is simple. None of what you've heard so far is just theory. These are real, accessible, and powerful practices. But at the same time, they represent a great challenge: changing consciousness. There's no point in listening and continuing to live the same way. The body doesn't wait. Life doesn't wait. And here's the question: are you ready to listen to the signs your life sends? Are you willing to reclaim the wisdom the ancients already practiced? Are you ready to realize that the key to vitality has always been within you? If the answer is yes, know this: the first step has already been taken. The rest is just a consequence. And get ready, because in the next part, we'll dive even deeper. I'll reveal secret rituals that ancient civilizations used to keep their bodies young, their minds alert, and their energy renewed. And best of all, you'll be able to apply them to your routine immediately.